CEOs, what's up? If you're watching this right now, then you're watching the replay. Can you put replay in the comments so I know what time you're watching? See if we need to change this time up. We've been at this time for a minute. It seems to be working, but you know, let's see, right? So as we wait for all the CEOs to come in, I feel like I'm leaning over, so let me bring this closer. Leaning over, trying to get into the camera. I don't know why I feel like I need to be like right up on it, but anyway, let me see if you can hear me. Let me make sure all the tech is right. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about selling more cars and 5 things that you need to do to sell more cars. I think 5 is like my number. I'm not trying to hit 5, but it just turns out to be 5 things that you need to do to sell more cars. We're coming off of the quarterly review. Like, this is the last quarter of the year. And if you follow me or work with me, you understand that, or you already know that I encourage you to do internal planning for your business, like run your business like a business and do like a quarterly review, right? So for those who don't know me, I'm Shamel, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School because when I first started out, I struggled and I lost a lot of money, and I lost a lot of time and probably a little bit of my health. So I decided to start the Auto Dealer Business School so that I can give you some of the tools you need to make a lot of money, like a whole bunch of money, selling reliable cars or cars you're confident in to happy customers so you can build generational wealth. Because that's why we're in this in the beginning, right? It's like, yeah, I love cars, but I also am trying to find a vehicle to create some generational wealth for me and my family, or, you know, some sustainable wealth, right? So one of the things that I value that is relevant to today is I value being able to remove myself from a situation and look at it from outside of myself, right? Like, I have some issues that have happened in the past that will cause me to be like, oh, well, just to be right in the mess. But then every once in a while, I remind myself that these things are not me. So if something is happening that I don't really want to happen, I can change it. Like I created this, I can create something else. So that's one of the things I value. And so why I am stressing this quarterly review so much is because if your business is in a place where you're like, oh, this sucks, you can create something different. And one of the ways to create something different, to make it something different, is to zoom out and look at it from a wider perspective, right? So that's what the quarterly review was about. And out of the quarterly review were some questions to help you to put your business into perspective. If you haven't done the quarterly review yet, I will put the link in the description so that you can do that. One of the questions was about selling more cars, basically. So I'm going through a bit of the quarterly review to help you to improve your business for this next quarter and for the rest of your business, okay? So are you with me so far? Who's with me? Good morning. I see some people popped on. All right, so one thing that I yell about when I'm working with people, when I'm working with auto dealers is I'm always about selling more cars, right? And how you need to do that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of what I think is necessary to sell more cars, what has worked for me and what's working for my clients at the Auto Dealer Business School who are in the Auto Dealer Basics program. So the first thing is you need to buy more cars. If you don't have the money to buy more cars, then you need to put together a plan to buy more cars. And let me tell you what else might be at play here. If you are feeling like you have no idea what you're doing, and you are like, yes, I know I need to buy more cars, but I'm scared because I feel like I'm just going to waste the money doing the things that I'm doing now. Then that is preventing you from selling more cars. Okay. Actually trying to figure it out or trying to Google your way to success, answering all your questions is actually slowing down your business. You're not selling as many cars because you're basically scared to, right? And if you're scared to, then you're not going to sell as many cars. Like, it goes hand in hand. Okay. So if that is you, then maybe some of these other steps will help. But if that's not you, then get the money and go buy more cars to sell. Okay. That's number one. And buy more cars right. That's number two. What I mean by right is, I mean with with your profit in, you know exactly what's wrong with the car, you know exactly how much you're going to spend to recondition it, you know exactly what kind of investment this car is going to bring. So you're buying it, there are no surprises, right? Or if there are surprises, then there are little surprises because you already knew a little bit that there might be a surprise, right? Like, you're not blindsided when you're buying cars right. You're not blindsided. You're not buying lemons. You're not buying problems that you're not already aware of when you buy right, okay? And this directly relates to sending cars back through the auction to sell instead of retailing them. A lot of auto dealers I talk to, one of their primary ways of running their business is basically guess at buying a car, and then if it doesn't work out, run it back through the auction. Well, every time they run it back through the auction, they end up losing money, i.e. losing money in their business, right? And so you got to stop that. Like, if you're running your cars back through the auction as an exit strategy and you're losing money, that is not a good exit strategy. You need to figure out what to change on the front end so that that's not how that car is ending up. Like, you're buying a car to retail it, hopefully, because you have a retail license. If you're buying a car to wholesale, then that makes sense, but then you still shouldn't be losing money, right? So the point is, buy right so that you don't have to sell back through the auction and lose money. Or even if you break even, we're still not in this to break even. So you still need to sell, to a customer so that you can make some profit, okay? All right, so yes, you need to buy the cars right. And again, these are all the questions that are coming from the quarterly review. So take the quarterly review so you can know exactly where your business is and where it needs to be. So the third thing you need to do to sell more cars is you need to have financing, okay? You're going to quickly realize, if you don't already have financing, that you need financing to sell more cars. Like, people are asking for financing. They're like, hey, will you take so-and-so down, right? That's them asking for financing. And if you can't, then you lost that sale. So set up financing. In-house financing and third-party financing is the way to go, in my opinion. Build some relationships with some third-party financiers like credit unions, who will take your customers and get them into a car you have for sale, okay? So definitely add financing to your business. That was number 3. Number 4 is get your cars ready quickly. So one of the questions on the quarterly review was about, like, how long your cars are sitting before they're ready to sell. And if they're sitting like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 60 days, that's too long. Get your cars ready to sell quickly. That actually goes hand in hand with buying right, because when you know what you need to know to buy right, and when you're doing what you need to know to buy right, then you already have the process to get that car ready for sale in motion when you buy it, because you already understand what this car needs and what you're going to give it and how to get it done and how to get it sold. Like you already see the whole process when you buy right. When you don't buy right, you're just like, I bought a car. Now let's see what happens. Right? And sometimes that process can be a ride. Okay? It can be a ride. It could definitely be unexpected. So part of getting your cars ready quickly is buying right. But even if you did not buy right, get your cars ready quickly, because the longer those cars sit, the more it messes with your self-esteem as an auto dealer. Okay? Like, I'm just being real. The longer those cars sit, the less confidence you have in your ability to run this business and to make money. And you need confidence, okay? Because that's actually number 5 is confidence. I sold way more cars easily when I felt confident than when I didn't. And when I first started, I did not feel confident. I didn't feel confident in the kind of cars I was buying. I didn't feel confident in my process at the auction. Like I couldn't like definitively say, yeah, this is good. You know, this is what it is. Or like, I just didn't feel confident. I didn't feel confident in my pricing. I didn't feel confident in like, you know, the test drive process and negotiating. And because I didn't feel confident in all those steps, when I got to the sale, you know, the customer, the buyer would want to, you know, negotiate down a whole bunch of money, and, you know, and those were things I would entertain, because guess what? I didn't feel confident. So I was like, well, you know, it might not have the value that I'm saying it has, right? Because this is a car I bought and I didn't feel confident about it. I don't know how to feel confident about this car, right? Confidence is going to sell you more cars. So what do you need to feel more confident in selling cars? What I've identified when I talk to people on strategy sessions and when I work with clients in the Auto Dealer Basics program, I've identified that it is buying right, it is the reconditioning process, it is marketing it online, and it is the pricing. So marketing online and pricing. And then it is like what to say when it's time to sell it, and what to do, and like how to run that whole test drive experience. So that is something that I give my clients when they start to work with me, is everything they need to feel confident in that conversion process, right? So get your confidence, okay? You got to be confident selling cars. And I don't mean like arrogant, and I don't mean like confident to a default. I don't mean like I'm just going to be confident no matter what, right? Because I can do that. Like I have that ability to just be like, all right, I need confidence. I can conjure up confidence, right? But I mean, what I mean is like, you know, real confidence, like that kind of quiet confidence, that kind of like knowing, that silent knowing. Like, I mean, you can ask me for $500 off, but the price is the price, because I'm confident in this car. Like, I cannot be moved, right? So hopefully that was helpful. If it was not helpful, let me know what you wish I would have been talking about, or what you wish I would have mentioned to help you on your way. If you are wanting like a whole lot more about to help you build your business up, you know, schedule a strategy session with me. If you're like, yes, I need more of this, I need more of this stuff, I need to do this quarterly review, I need somebody to help me put this business together, then definitely schedule a strategy session with me so I can see how we can work together, if it's a good fit, you know, what's a good plan for your business. The other thing is, I am doing a quarterly review workshop right after this video. The workshop is basically just to go over all the questions from the quarterly review so that you can put your business on the right track, and it's to tell you more about the Auto Dealer Basics program because that will put your quarterly review on track. So if you're interested in that, then I'm going to put the link in the description, or if you need that, I'm going to put the link in the description so that you can join. It's right after this video. And it's probably a good idea for you to do the assessment first. The assessment will take you like 15 minutes. So click on the assessment, do that, so you'll have some kind of like frame to understand the workshop in, right? So it won't be like all new information, okay? All right, so that's all I have. If y'all have some questions, let me know. I had to break out with my blessed mug today because I felt blessed. Despite everything that's going on, I feel blessed, and I'm continuing to pray for your success. I'm continuing to pray for our brothers and sisters out here fighting for justice. I'm continuing to help to build people up. So stay blessed. Know that you are not in this alone. Even when you don't know it, somebody is on your side, and somebody is praying for you, and somebody is encouraging you, and somebody is wishing you well. So I wish you well, and I will see you next week. Bye.